Hello everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to the wonderful world of philodendrons. Now on my channel you can find a video called Philodendrons are Magical Creatures, and I stand by that statement. They will outgrow any moss bowl, they offer you new baby plants popping up just like that from the soil, and sometimes these babies are completely white. Now, it's been a while since I ordered new philodendrons from Ecuagenera. So that's exactly what I did, and I'm excited to discover the 10 new philodendrons and 1 new Anthurium that I ordered. So let's have a look inside the box together. All the plants are individually packed and they come with a name tag. First up is this philodendron distantilobum, an accepted species that was first described in 1913 and that came with a broken leaf. This is a rather rare or at least uncommon philodendron with striking pinnatillobed leaves. Now the problem with this type of leaves might be that new leaves get stuck while unfurling due to a lack of humidity. This guy is endemic to the wet tropical forests of Peru, Bolivia and Brazil, and I paid $34 for it, and I'm pretty sure it's a climbing philodendron. Okay, let's move on to the second plant, which is this beautiful Philodendron hebetatum CF. Now, if you are wondering what the CF abbreviation means, it stands for confer, meaning compare with. So this guy is very close to the original hebetatum, but it is not sure that it is different. The original hebetatum is also an accepted species and was only described in 1997. It also originates from the wet tropical forests, this time in Panama, Colombia and Ecuador. I paid $29 for this plant and it arrived in great shape, with long, leathery, strappy leaves. Now, for some reason, I'm always drawn to this type of philodendrons with elongated, somewhat narrow leaves. And the next candidate also falls into this category of philodendrons. It is the Philodendron insigne. Now here we do see some damage on a few leaves, so I might lose those, but in my experience this will not affect the overall health of the plant. I paid $26 for this philodendron, and if you feel like it, on my channel you can check out a video that I made on the cousin of this plant, which is the Philodendron insigne purple, that has a beautiful purple coloration on the bottom of its leaves. Okay, so before moving into philodendrons with a different type of leaves, I want to show you one last one with long strappy leaves, and that is the Philodendron oblanceolatum. Now, oblanceolatum refers to a type of leaves that are broader above the middle, so closer to the tip. I paid $27 for this guy, and I have to admit that I'm a bit worried about the condition of this guy. There is a lot of brown spots with a yellow rim around them, and that's never a good sign. On the other hand, the plant is working on a new leaf, so let's wait and see what happens. Of course, philodendrons can have any leaf shape imaginable, so let's have a look now at the next plant, which is the Philodendron attenuatum. And first of all, we got one very mushy leaf at the top of the plant that fell off the plant by me just looking at it. The good news is that all the other leaves seem to be in perfect condition. I paid $23 for this beauty that grows in Ecuador and Peru, and it's also an accepted species described only in 2013. This is a climbing philodendron, and based on the number of leaves, I suspect this is gonna be a fast grower and climber. Alright, let's have a look at the next plant. I think it is plant number 6 of this unboxing, and this is the philodendron asplundii eagle. This specimen seems to be in great shape, since I don't see any major issues on any of the leaves. So I paid $26 for the plant, and it's a specific type of asplundii, which is an accepted species described for the first time in 2001. And it's mostly an epiphyte, meaning that it lives attached to another tree or even a rock. But sometimes it's terrestrial, meaning that it just grows on the forest soil. The next philodendron I want to show you is the oxapapense AF#1, which is a fancy but also a bit of a strange name. It does have the typical oxapapense leaf shape for sure, and in my experience, all oxapapense philodendrons are very fast growers, they are very easy care and also very resilient plants. You can see that this young specimen, for which I paid only $25, already has a whole bunch of leaves, and it is eager to get some support so it can start climbing. Okay, the next philodendron is completely new to me. It's the philodendron colon 1, and we are off to a bad start with 4 leaves that didn't survive the shipping. Fortunately, there are enough healthy leaves left on the plant to keep this guy going. And even though it's apparently a rare philodendron, I only paid $26 for it. You can clearly see it's a climbing philodendron, once again, desperate for some support to reach for the skies. And even with the heavy leaf loss, I'm pretty confident that this specimen will be just fine. Next up is the philodendron angel, a great name, but the angel unfortunately lost a wing during the shipping. Apart from that, the plant seems more or less fine, although I do see an ominous spot on this leaf right there. This philodendron has the typical, albeit somewhat elongated, heart-shaped leaves that so many philodendrons have. It's once again a climbing philodendron for which I paid $26 US. Now, we had the philodendron colon 1 before, so now let's have a closer look at the philodendron colon 2. Now, at least in my opinion, this is really a stunningly beautiful philodendron with big shiny leaves, and it seems to have arrived in great shape. So I paid $26 for this plant, money well spent I would say, and the funny thing is that this plant seems to be a species that is undescribed so far. Now, when I order new philodendrons on the Ecuagenera website, I always like to throw in at least one Anthurium, so the final plant is the Anthurium punctatum. Now, this guy is just a seedling, which explains why I paid only $19 for it. Of course, Anthuriums belong to the same plant family as philodendrons, which is the aroid family. But I'm personally definitely not an Anthurium expert, which is why I only buy seedlings that are not too expensive and then I just see how it goes. Alright, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and or consider subscribing to my channel, on which you can find many other Ecuagenera unboxings and other philodendron videos. For now, I wish you a very nice day and I hope to see you back real soon on my channel. Bye bye.